What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another very special Movie Mondays episode. It's a review, and I am joined, as always, by my best pal, Mr. Seán Mead. Seán, how's it going?
I am in great form, Conor. We were talking about... I'm just really happy because this exists.
So we're coming out of retirement, so we normally just do these monthly now. But last month, Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and this month, Spider-Verse. I mean, you have to come out just for those two movies alone.
Absolutely. Like, is Marvel good again? Or was it always
Sony,
good?
Seán. This is Sony. This is Marvel.
Look, I never thought I'd say this. Sony are playing a blinder with this particular Spider-Man property.
Bring back Morbius, I say. They're on a roll.
Put it out again, please.
So if this is your first episode, we do a lot of reviews over here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. Welcome. You are very welcome to join us for this review. It's spoilers, is what I'm going to say straight off the bat.
Into the spoiler-verse, more like it.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Since the first film came out, I think. So
you wrote it down in a little notepad in the cinema.
In my dream journal. Who was beeping the car during the Spider-Verse review?
That is fucking disrespectful. That is in front of the Lord himself.
I'm gonna go down and have words.
Just like, this is the Spider-Verse review.
Do you not? And turns out they're a listener, and it's like, I'm sorry.
So yeah, look, I don't really know where to begin with this review. Normally we give general overviews. This movie came out on the 2nd of June and has made a shit ton of money. I don't know what this percentage or numerical value of shit ton is, but it's made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, shit ton is equivocal to a fuck ton, and also just a hell of a lot of so much money. Like, it's outstanding. And it was. Can I just say?
Go on.
Just going into this movie, I saw this a few days late. I think it came out on the Friday. I saw it on the Monday, but I avoided all spoilers for this movie because, and also I stopped watching trailers at a certain point for this movie. I think we seen one trailer together. Yeah. I think we reviewed one for one Movie Mondays, like maybe last year at a certain point, and I don't think either of us watched any other trailers. I think we watched a teaser, and I did the exact same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. And look, Seán, I'm not saying anything, but they are the two best cinema experiences I've had since the Batman. Imagine if we didn't overanalyze everything and just focus in and we just enjoy films for what they are.
But I don't know what's going to happen, especially like some of the jokes in it, like that. They're in the trailer and I'm laughing and nobody else is laughing because they've seen them 50 times, and I'm like,
this is like brand
gag.
New to me. And I didn't and I also didn't know that it was a two-parter in the way that it is.
So I did, because on the original release it was part one, in the original Sony universe announcement thing.
Yeah, but I knew that was a thing that had happened before, but I thought it was going to be like in Infinity War Endgame kind of two-parter, that it's a complete narrative and then another new narrative after that.
So I think how the story goes is they started writing it as one narrative, and then it became so big that they realised that they couldn't do it in one movie. And I think that's why, I mean, this is spoilers, we're waiting 10 months instead of 4 years for the next one, because they did them both together.
Which, I mean, I'll happily wait. I think this is actually a really good move.
I think a good side of a movie is that everyone was mad in the cinema I was in.
It's like, why can't end there?
Like, they were genuinely mad that it was finished and we had to wait.
I met my friend after it, and he was just like, yeah, once Prowler unmasked himself and it was also Miles, I looked at my watch and I was like, there's no way they're wrapping all of this up.
So look, I really want to get into this movie. If you could give us a like and review, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to this on, it would really, really help us out. As I said, if it's your first time, you don't have to give a review or anything. Just maybe listen for a little bit. Then you can do whatever you fucking want. But Seán, I want to come in strong from the very start. I know you love Spider-Man. So
I do.
I'm going to give you your moment in the sun now in a minute.
Fair.
But I really want to say, and I don't know if this is out there, this is the most beautiful film I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's perfect, isn't it? Like, it's just...
Like, visually, this is the greatest feat of cinema I have ever seen on a screen in my whole life.
I fully agree. And I love that you think this way as well.
Because I was genuinely Into the Spider-Verse, amazing. I think this is slightly visually better and more beautiful than Into the Spider-Verse, which is also the previous most beautiful movie I've ever seen.
This is the thing, and they just go so much further with everything in this movie. Like, those animators deserve all the raises in the world because, my God, it's a work of art. It
genuinely is. And that's not saying it's the greatest movie ever. I'm saying it's the most beautiful movie ever. And I was trying to think of a live action thing, but there's probably lots of really great live action movies that are beautiful. And I think this has the cheat code of that it is animated. I know that. But do you know how hard animation is? It's so fucking hard.
In terms of art direction, it's so consistent with what Spider-Verse is, which is there are inconsistent animation styles in this.
It's so good that it's actually... I felt mad because I was like, this is impossible. Yeah. I couldn't wrap my own head around... Now, I have a very small brain, but I couldn't wrap my head around what was happening.
This is the thing. My girlfriend works in an animation studio, and we were sitting around with a bunch of animators, and they were just, you could see the tunnel vision on them. So, how the fuck did they manage
the equivalent,
this?
Right, of someone who enjoys basketball and plays it at a low level, and then they just see LeBron James just dunking on people. Just holy fuck, okay, there's levels.
But there was also the thing of they were picking things out and being that's going to be the trend that every movie tries to do from now on. You can't imitate it because it works so perfectly in that universe and that world that they've set up.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The music. What did you think of the music in this one?
I really liked it. The sound mix in my cinema wasn't very good, I will say.
A lot of people are saying that in regards to the Gwen Stacy part at the beginning.
Yeah, it's mixed to be on certain speakers at a certain volume. I think Lord and Miller put out a thing that's tell your cinema to set it to volume 7.
So what I will say is I've been on holiday last week, but I seen it in Spain. I watched the movie in Spain and it was perfect. And then I came back here and I went to see it 2 nights ago, and it was as similar to yourself. So it was only because I had seen it the first time that I was like, I know exactly what's happening. So the second time around, when it did happen, I was like, I'm not actually that fussed. But I understand if it's your first time watching the movie, it can kind of be a little bit off-putting. Gwen is very quiet and the music is very loud, and it does slightly get better later on, is what I would say.
It does because the intro is it's meant to be a piece, if that makes sense. It is.
Yeah.
It's an intro to the movie. It's also a bit of a recap and everything like that. So it is a more stylistic thing. But the dialogue does clear up later on. But it means that I didn't fully appreciate all the music. But I like how the Spider-Men all have different themes. It's so good. Miguel's team goes fucking hard.
That Miguel O'Hara team is...
Oh my God.
When he pops out with a portal at the start, and you just hear the... Oh, Jesus.
Gwen's theme as well. Unreal.
Gwen's team is fucking amazing.
It's
Miles'
so
team is fantastic. But everyone's team is just... the Miguel one, whenever it plays, if you know what's so amazing and how you know all those teams are great is right now I could just play that team over this microphone, and whoever is listening to this who has watched it will know exactly which character is on screen at that exact moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And all this, every Spider-Man every Spider-Person, I should say, is so unique in this movie. And it doesn't feel forced at all. It doesn't get tiring at any point for me. Do Do you know my big issue with Multiverse of Madness was that the Illuminati scene felt like, there was a lot, but the Illuminati scene felt like I was being treated like a child, being like, here's the thing you like, aren't you happy, go fuck yourself. Whereas this one just feels like, no, everyone involved is having a great time with the amount of spider people in this.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's one of the greatest feats of cinema ever done.
Honestly.
That they're able to do this. And I mean, my question is, Sean, 1 or 2 at the minute? You're going 2 as well.
Yeah.
Which, it ends on a fucking... It's not even a full movie, and the first one's one of the greatest films ever put on screen.
But the best Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back, which is exactly the same, Conor.
Exactly. No, I mean, I came out with this and I was like, no, I'm all in on 2. But if you enjoy 1 more, I'm like, yeah, to be fair, like...
I get that. And if you prefer that as just a complete movie on its own, totally fine.
Do you like $1 million or $1,000,050? I prefer the 50 cents one.
But both are good. I will take either any day of the week. I think I know the answer. Who is your favourite spider person introduced in this?
I think Gwen. I think Gwen's amazing in this.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Like, I think Gwen or, like, Miguel, I understand the cool factor. Also, Oscar Isaac kills it in the role.
Oh, great voice actor, it turns out.
Well, everyone. Just assume, right, that if we don't mention something in this review, it's amazing in the movie.
It's spectacular.
There's not one scene that's bad, right? Normally in these reviews, we have a thing where we're like, you know what I would have changed? Or, you know, there was this scene that wasn't... No, there's none of that. I have nothing.
I want no input on what happens to this series because it's perfect.
We are fucking idiots.
I would only ruin it.
Lord and Miller, just do stuff. Just leave us alone. Who's your fit? I'm assuming Ben Reilly.
Well, Ben Reilly is my favourite Spider-Man in comics, right? But if you don't think I'm about to make Hobie Browne my entire fucking personality...
Yeah, I think everyone fell in love with Hobie. Everyone definitely...
He's so cool, and he's nice, and he's proper. His introduction says, I hate the AM and I hate the PM.
And then the bit with the black hole when he's just like, that's a sign of capitalism.
Yeah.
But what I love about Hobie Browne is the fact that he starts as a one-note joke. So he's there as like a love triangle. He's just meant to be this cool character. And then as it goes on, he actually becomes like such a fucking like ally, such a teammate to Miles. And that he becomes completely three-dimensional. That he's like, no, you should fuck this place up. Like, I'm quitting. This is outrageous.
There's a bit that my favorite, like... Because he's jokey and he like doesn't take things seriously. He's like, I'm not even here. He's pulling technology off the wall and shit like that. But then when he's like, no, when they're all like fucking dogging on Miles, and he's like, no, the kid's right, like, and then Gwen says, Hobie, you're not helping, and he goes, good. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, he gets it. He knows this is bullshit.
Like, it's amazing that he's probably on screen for what, 25 minutes? 20 minutes of the runtime? Like, maybe 20, and I don't know how many lines he has, but that'll clue you. This might surprise you, but Oscar nominated, he's quite good at acting. Yeah, he's quite good at acting. And so like any scene he's in, he steals it. He's fucking fantastic. I only picked Gwen because I think she's outstanding, and this movie makes that character everything it should be.
They make her so complex in this movie.
Like, it's her movie, but it's also Miles's movie, but it's also her movie. That's why the movie ends with her getting the team together, because the movie has an ending in that she resolves her problems with her father, and that they have that reconciliation, and so that's why like she's the driving force of the plot. But Miles is our main character from movie 1, so we like bring that into movie 2.
Yes. I also, and this isn't to detract from that very eloquently put thing that you just said, but I like how they made Ben Reilly the edgiest piece of shit in the world.
You know what? You were the first person I thought of when he was just so sad against the wall.
He's me, for real, guys.
And he was crying, and I just thought, that's poor Ben. And I know Sean loves Ben Reilly, but he should be the saddest man in that man's story. It makes no fucking sense. He's the most depressed character in comic. His fucking weird clone ass going around.
He's a clone, but he thinks he's real for a time, and then he starts his own life. I think he's now a villain in Spider-Man comics as well.
Also,
his name is Chasm.
Did you like when he came through the portal at the end, and he just started talking out loud of everything that he was doing? He was like, I'm looking to my left, I'm looking to my right.
Perfect pose. And it's just like, he's just pure 90s comic edginess, and that's why I love him. He
reminded me of a Lego movie Batman.
Yes.
In that, you take a very serious character, and then you just be like, I'm so edgy. I'm so aggressive and dark. There's something really funny about that. And I love Batman, but there's something really funny just about a character you love being because he's edgelord. He's meant to be edgelord.
He's cool and edgy, because that used to be the coolest thing you could be.
Yeah, oh man. I was laughing at, but we're just gonna do a review of Do You Remember That Scene, or I Love
That's how it's gotta be. Yeah.
Because I'm assuming people who listen to this liked the movie. If you didn't like the movie, I would be very interested to know why you didn't. Maybe you felt cheated by the ending. I can understand that. But the last 5 minutes is just a bit of a setup. But I also think sometimes a movie can be made better, because this movie will go from a 10 out of 10 to 11 out of 10 if number 3 is fucking perfect, and then you've got the best trilogy of all time, back to back to back.
Yeah, and I think the third one is going to be the end of Miles's Spider-Verse story, is what they've said. I'm saying this right now. Beyond the Spider-Verse, he's coming into live action.
He has to.
That's the only way. Did you see it? There was a frame. Do you know when he's going up the stairs at the end? He's following Aaron up, and he starts glitching out. I would swear down there is a frame where his shoe is a real Jordan.
I didn't see that.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I only seen it the once, but
that's a conspiracy theory I haven't heard, but I mean, maybe I could see that.
But I do think ultimately that's where it's going. That's where it's ending up. Yeah. Imagine fusing animation and live action. Oh wait, they did it in this movie. Guess who's fucking Prowler?
And it makes sense, because that's Tom Holland's Prowler. Because he's in the movie as Aaron Davis in it's Homecoming. He's in Homecoming as Aaron Davis, and that character naturally progresses to be the Prowler, and then he gets caught by Hobie, who puts him in the jail.
Yeah, the Hobie Browne as well is the Prowler in comics. Spider-Punk is a variant, an alternate version that became Spider-Man instead. Okay,
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of the versions of the Prowler, but I audibly gasped in the cinema when I saw Donald Glover.
And you know what? If there was anybody who should be live action in this movie, it should have been him. He's the reason the character exists.
100%.
I mean, he'd be the only human on Earth. I'd be like, yeah, that's fair enough. Tom Holland will probably be in the next one. That's fine. But the very first appearance should have been Donald Glover, if we're doing it.
Speaking of live action Spider-Man actors as well. Got little cameos, reused footage from the Garth and Toby, which pretty fun, pretty nice.
It's just it's connecting everything together, and you don't even have to know about those movies. You don't have to have seen those movies. They're just Spider-Men in the universe of Spider-Men who are everywhere.
Yeah, you just have to be on board with the fact that there's a bunch of them and they all look different. You know.
I mean, there's so many very, very funny jokes. We'll get to the villain now in a second. The one that I really like was why does the horse have to wear a mask? That's very funny.
Yeah.
I just thought of that when you were talking about the Ben Reilly scene. That's just a gag. The comedy in this, I think, is outstanding. I think
they nail it for the most part.
I think it's funnier than one.
Trying to remember. I think it is, because I feel like there were characters who were simply there just for comedy in one, like your Spider-Pigs or your Spider-Man Noir to an extent. Also, do you know Spider-Man Noir's canon event?
No.
His Uncle Ben was eaten by the vulture, by an actual man who was a vulture.
That would naturally happen to Nicolas Cage.
Absolutely.
I can see that happening.
Also, the weird fucking Da Vinci Renaissance vulture that pops up at the start.
Right. So, like, the Gwen Stacy thing after the speech at the start with the drums, right?
Yeah.
That whole opening sequence is one of the greatest sequences I've ever seen on screen. And it's just literally the first 15 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is going to happen in the next 2 hours if that's literally the first scene in the movie?
Yeah. And, and it's baffling because, as well, it's not just that, animation is likely an easier way to transition comics into films, because the shit that they're doing in animation could not be done in a comic. Like,
there's literally at least, maybe not literally, but I would probably say there's about 5 or 6 times in that whole opening sequence where they do the greatest move Spider-Man's ever done on screen, or Spider-Woman has ever done, and it's just glossed over because 2 seconds later something else so much cooler will happen that you don't even have time to process it. Like the movement. For example, very, very small thing that I absolutely adore. Gwen suits up to go to the museum. Yeah. She swings out, and there's a beautiful transition from daytime to nighttime while she swings.
Yes.
And it's completely just like nothing. It's 2 seconds on screen. I was like, that is so beautiful. Oh my God, how the fuck? That's an amazing transition. And then it's just like, nah, it's grand. We got another like 50 of them lined up. Like, we are just never ending with just the greatest things.
It's just, I don't understand how it's so good. And do you know... Do you remember in No Way Home when Aunt May starts speaking and you realise, this is bad that she's giving this speech?
Yeah.
Where it didn't click for a minute that Miles's dad being promoted to police captain is a terrible thing to happen in a Spider-Man story.
It's mentioned so many times. Like, even in that meeting at the start with the parents, she calls him captain. He's like, not for another 2 days.
Not till I'm sworn in and stuff like that.
Not till I'm sworn in. Like, he says to his friend who's like, good night, captain. He's like, I'm not sworn in yet, don't worry. And it's throughout the movie peppered in, and then it's not till the end you're like, that's bad. That's really bad.
A police captain dies in a Spider-Man story. It's just how it works.
Yeah. I mean, the whole like canon event. Also, by the way, I rewatched No Way Home. I think that movie's great. It's amazing.
It's still good. It's still really good. It was getting a lot of hate online for a while there.
Yeah, people were shitting on it, and I went back and watched it, and I was like, any movie that has Spider-Man on Green Goblin's shoulders punching the face off him while fucking the foe is just laughing in his face, I'm in.
It's all right in my book.
It can do no wrong. And also Andrew Garfield nearly cry at every scene. It's just like the best. But this isn't a review for that movie. But yeah, I want to talk about, okay, where do you want to go first? Parents or Spot?
Parents first, we'll save Spot.
Parents first, okay. I mean, do you want to say anything negative or?
No, just a very believable and accurate family dynamic, which is lovely to see.
Just, it's like truly so heartwarming, and also that's fleshed out a lot more in this movie, I think.
Yeah, and you're also not... The parents aren't painted as unreasonable at any point. Like, they're... Like, and maybe this because I'm not fucking 15 anymore, but, like, they're making good points. They're, like, their son isn't talking to them, and they know that, but we know why he can't talk to them. So it's...
And I also think, like, they're... Why we like them is because they're just kind people. Like, they're just... And they're really funny. A lot of the jokes with them really land. Like, I mean, we talked about the parent-teacher meeting thing at the very start. You also have the party scene, which they're rightfully mad, and then he gives them the cakes and it says, "I'm not proud," which is so good.
But there's someone did a whole analysis on that, is that's Miles trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's
like,
that.
And they're not also, like, his mother, like Rio Morales is so amazing in that scene, and is like nearly brings you to tears, and I'm assuming it probably did bring a few people to tears, where she's like, you need to just, I trust you, just go do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, but wherever you're going, don't ever let them tell you that you don't belong. And then that's what gives him the drive later on when all the spider people are like, you're wrong. He's like, no, I belong here. Like, my mom told me an hour ago that I belong here. Oh, no, God.
And the way he when he tells his mom at the end.
Oh, did you know it was a different universe?
I knew he wasn't going to go back home because they said it analyses the spider DNA.
See, you're smarter than me. I didn't realise until she said your hair is different. And the minute that happened, I was like, oh, he's somewhere else. But then when I rewatched it the second time, 42 comes up on the screen. He's in Earth 1610 or whatever it is.
1610, yeah.
1610, like, and it's not until I watched it the second time and I was like, everything's there. Like, it's so beautifully cut together with Gwen outside the window's tinted. She actually lures Ben Reilly away. You're like, oh, that's how he got in. It's edited together so perfectly that it's not until he talks to his mother and she shows the faintest sense of you changed her hair, and you're kind of like your alarm bells go off and you go, that's a weird comment. What does she mean?
Because his hair's the same the whole time.
The colours are different but the same. It's very cleverly done. It's not until you watch it the second time they're slightly different. But the first time around, Miguel is on the side that says welcome and he's in the right Earth, and then you have Miles who's in the wrong Earth, but the colours are so similar that you never really question it. Also, very clever thing they do is that Miguel has the welcome sign red behind him, and that lights up the universe in red, whereas it has like a green sky, and then where Miguel is, it's slightly redder. But it's actually the welcome sign that gives Miguel the red look, not the sky itself.
See, that kind of like attention to detail is just what's so special about the film.
Yeah.
Man. And like the dad, like his dad as well, just being like, he just wants his son, like he just wants his son to talk to him. Like that bit where Miles is Spider-Man and he's talking to his dad. Yeah.
Not from the captain. And he puts on the worst voice of all time.
And I don't know, it's a very real, it's a character written in a very realistic way.
Yeah, like, that's why this works, is that it's a crazy fucking universe. It makes no sense, and yet it makes so much sense. All the characters react like you would in that scenario.
Yeah. And so, and there are so many characters in this that are quite important to the plot, that if any of them is anything but three-dimensional, even Miguel O'Hara, who's basically just an evil Spider-Man at this point.
See, he's not evil though.
No,
that's the thing.
No, well, like, I think he's lost more.
He will be evil.
Yeah. He's falling into evil. But
at this current moment, you understand what he's saying. Like, but I also think, this is my mad theory, is that it's not true. But he believes it to be true, which is different. Yeah. So he believes that he went back in time, broke the cannon, and that's what got his family re-killed. But then Gwen breaks the cannon herself by getting her father to step down as captain later on, and Miles is going to break the cannon probably in the next movie. So you have two different types. Her universe doesn't break when she breaks the cannon. Nothing happens. And so, is it a case that he went back and he did something wrong that broke that canon? Or is it... Because I don't think it's a case that if you break one canon event, the whole universe everywhere will always explode.
No, I don't think so. Like, it's odd that it happened in Spider Mumbai's world, where, you know, Miles saves the captain and then things start falling apart. Like, I think Miguel is just assuming, and he's convinced everyone else. It's wild that many spider people go along with it, but I suppose it's a case of... He also says something that's really interesting. He says, we sometimes can stop it. Miles asks, can we stop this in Spider-Man India's world? And they say they sometimes can. So it's not 100%. You can break a canon event and then what happens? Yeah, it is savable. Like, it is, like, you can repair it. Also, if you had told me that in the good year 2023, a film that makes billions of dollars is just going to fucking throw the web of life and destiny at a general audience, and people will love it.
You have constantly tried to explain the web of life and destiny, and I have fallen asleep multiple times.
You just needed Oscar Isaac to explain it to you.
Because it's so convoluted when you say it out loud. But on the screen, when he's like, every Spider-Man has a canon event, all this shit has to happen, we're all connected by all these deaths.
And it's like, yeah, that's it. That's what it is. I don't know. It's like when the Eternals came out. I no longer have to explain these things.
Yeah, but it's not your fault. Like in comic books, they never figured out a way to explain it that didn't take at least 3 issues before this.
But that's like, and I'm so impressed by like the writing and direction of this, that they are able to narrow down that concept to 2 sentences.
Because I think very cleverly what they did was they related the canon events to just only the Spider-Men and and the Spider People, and their connection to each other. So it wasn't like it will break all realities. It will just, we are all connected by all of these deaths. And when I say we, anyone who puts on Spider-Man or a spider suit is connected by this. So we all have to go. It's very simple. We all have to go through trauma to become this hero.
Yeah, I guess like the values that make someone a spider sonar or whatever it's called all stem from basically identical events. Like the players can change, but the actual event itself always happens, or so they think.
But then you have one kid who's an anomaly, and that is Miles. And why he's an anomaly is because there's a certain guy called the Spot who's the villain in this movie, and he's responsible for bringing the Earth 42 spider across that bites Miles in this universe, the Earth 1610. And so what's really clever about that is when it cuts back to the spider, he takes it just before he bites Miles in the other universe. So Miles actually isn't an anomaly. Like, Miles would become Spider-Man in one of these universes, no matter what.
Yeah, just it wasn't destined to be that particular one.
But that means he's the only one, because there's no other Miles.
Yeah, there's no other Miles kicking around, like, in the Spider Temple.
No. Like, okay, the Spot, Sean. You've covered the Spot years ago on A Hero Zero.
Ages ago.
It was one of my favourite characters that I knew nothing about and that we covered.
Yeah, and like, character started out literally villain of the week. Like, just a dumb idea for a character. He
starts
spots.
off in this movie like that as well.
Yeah, he does, and he's a goofball, and he's like, he can't quite rob a place and stuff like that. But then they go down scary Spot route. Yes. And my favourite Spot comic is where his son is killed by the Magia, and he goes into one of their hideouts, doesn't say a word the entire comic, and just using the spots starts systematically taking them out, cutting them apart, and like beheading them with the spots and stuff like that. Takes out an entire crime syndicate by himself. Like,
holy shit.
That level of Spot is what we're getting here. He's fucking terrifying. Jason Schwartzman as well kills it.
Oh, he's amazing. Because he goes from that. Well, I'm not going to say villain of the week, but that is such a cool concept that Miles is like, he's the villain of the week. Who the fuck is he? Like, but he's just untrained. And then he's like, I'm not the villain of the week. That's a great driving force for the character itself. Really great writing. To feel like, how do we make the Spot go from joke to like, he's going to be the one that connects all of these universes together? He's a perfect character to do that. The perfect villain to do that.
Honestly, yeah, like he's fully... And the fact that like every place has an Alchemex lab where they're doing this dark matter research and into other dimensions. So of course he's going to target all of those.
Actually, not every place. That's even more clever, is when they're talking about him jumping universes, he's looking for one.
Sorry, yeah. Every place that has an Alchemex lab.
Which is great. So it's not made in every universe. He's just hopping them until he finds one that does have it. And that's how he ends up in Spider-Man India, which is a fucking amazing scene. That's
Mumbattan.
I mean, I love that Spider-Man, by the way.
He's so good.
Karen Sony, and he is so funny. Like, his introduction is amazing, his hair is amazing. He wakes up, he doesn't want to work out because he doesn't want to get too bulky because he's already muscly enough. And he's like, my life is fucking great. He's the only happy Spider-Man because nothing bad has happened to him.
No, he's never had real trauma. Like, he's just happy-go-lucky. He's a happy Spider-Man. Who could imagine it?
Like, it's so, and I think it works perfectly at that point of the movie because, like, we have Miles and Gwen. They're shitting themselves. They move in, and he just immediately brings this like piece of joy into the movie, that he's such an engaging but like fun character, and he's like, life's fucking great, like, I don't understand what your problem is. And he's like, I can read you guys, there's a bit of love going on.
But also he's not arrogant or
he's
like,
just really nice.
Yeah, he's still likable. Like, he's still a friendly dude, like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Talking about that scene in the Alchemist Lab, it's Hobie Browne's introduction, right? Can I just talk about the fucking miracle that is that character alone took 3 years to get right, because different parts of him are animated at different speeds. Because he doesn't do consistency.
Explain that. I've read about that, but could you explain it to people who may not know?
Yeah, so in animation and for film, generally it's 24 frames a second. Most animations are done as what's called, it's done on twos, so it'll be the same image for 2 frames. Some of Hobie Browne is animated on twos, some is done on ones. His body. Some is done on 3s. So he's just really inconsistent. Like, it all happens over the space of the same 10 seconds of film. But one frame will be drawn 12 times and the other will be drawn 36 times. And
so his guitar is, I think, 1 or 3. I can't remember which one it is. His body is 2. And then I think his head is a different one. I think so they're split between the 3 of them. So they're always moving at different pace. And that's why he always looks weird. But it's meant to look like that.
Yeah, and I think, like, he has, like, the background cutout stuff around him a lot of the time. A lot of that's done on 4s, I think. Like, someone must have sold their soul to make that character happen. And I fully support it. Give me more of that, please. Because I'm a little punk at heart, Conor, and that's all I want to be.
I've never watched a movie and I was just like, I have no notes. It's perfect.
You've nailed it. Like, you've just nailed it.
I could not think of one thing that I would have done differently. Like, no. It's just perfect.
Just make the next one.
So the 3 directors, Joaquim de Santos, you have Ken Powers, you have Justin K. Thompson. So 3 directors. You needed 3 directors because there was such a fucking mammoth task doing this. Yeah. They had to split it between 3 people.
There is 18 movies worth of content in this film.
Exactly. It's also written by Dave Callaghan and, of course, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who are famous for, I mean, whatever you think is like... It's, I mean, all Spider-Verse movies. You have the Lego movie. You've got I think they did the Batman Lego movie. They have 21 Jump Street as well. It's a crazy that they were on Solo and then they got rid of them because they weren't funny enough.
Imagine a Solo movie done by them. My God.
Imagine a Star Wars movie. Also, I think they were originally on the Flash movie, which apparently is good. I don't know.
Is it though? I still don't want to see it.
But apparently it's good. I like how they're sending Supergirl out to do all the media. Good stuff. Like Lord and Miller, whatever you think is cutting edge in cinema, they seem to, or in comedy in cinema, they seem to always be like one step ahead. They're always just right there.
They're like fashion forward, like trendsetters in terms of, especially animation at the minute. They seem to be like, there's a big animation festival happening soon. I think they are showing stuff from the next Spider-Verse.
You also have edited by Michael Andrews and music by Daniel Pemberton. I think the music is outstanding in this.
Yeah.
I think the editing is outstanding in this. I think everybody who worked in this movie should be given a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Everyone.
Yeah, like deservedly so. And moving back to the spot for a second as well. Sorry, I'm jumping around, but
no, it's fine. We're universe hopping here.
He is solidly in like the first half an hour to an hour of the movie. But after that, he just becomes like this threat that's over everything. Whereas it's like, no, we have to stop him. And like, so that's a bold move, I would say, to just take him out.
That's actually a complaint that I've heard, is that he goes missing. So you have this existential threat, and then he goes missing halfway through the movie. Because you have to have the whole scene with all the spider people. Now, I would say, on the opposite side of that, all the stuff happens with Spider-Man India, and then they go back to the spider people base
2099,
Nueva York. And so they go back there. But I would say that probably all takes maybe an hour, all told. It, in terms of real life time, I actually don't. It's not like days pass. I mean, they go back to the base. Miguel reveals the plan to Miles. Miles runs away. He gets out of there. He goes back to an alternate universe. That could all happen in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not like they're staying overnight in the place or anything like that. There's no scene of them all having dinner together.
No, they walk into the base, they walk up to Miguel, he explains the plot, Miles runs away, which is just a chase scene that probably takes maybe 10 minutes. Real life. I'm trying to do real life time on an animated movie, but I'm just trying to explain that it's not that uncommon that the villain goes missing for 90 minutes in real life and then he might be somewhere else in a different universe. Because
they cut back to Miles' parents. And it's still the same evening of the party, where it's like, oh, I told him to go after Gwen. Not that much time has actually passed throughout this whole adventure.
No, like in probably Miles' actual universe, maybe 2 hours pass. Yeah. And they're in completely different universes constantly. So you don't even know how fast time is passing. And I have absolutely no problem with that. I think create the Spot as a villain. He starts as a joke. He grows to a point where, oh, fuck, this guy's a lot more powerful than we thought. Then you have to introduce Miguel, that whole plot point. Then, I'm going to do it my own way, or I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
Like, that line is going to just go at Miles for the rest of time. Such a very famous line. Whoever wrote that, great job. Either Lord or Miller or Callahan. Good job, guys.
One of the three. But yeah, no, it sums up that character, because he's independent. The main thing about, like, he's not Peter Parker. He is not Peter Parker.
He's not the only Miles.
He's the only Miles. And like, even in comics, I think we might have talked about this on another show, but they never refer to him. His name isn't anything but Spider-Man when he's a hero. Like, but he is completely different from Peter Parker in the comics, which is what you need. He's doing his own thing. He's not going to do it the exact same way that every other Spider-Man does it.
My question is, I think Gwen is the only Gwen as well. And that's what I really like that as a story point, that they're the only two unique characters. There's thousands of Peter Parkers. Jessica Drew is there as well. But they're the only Gwen and they're the only Miles, as far as I can see on screen. That became those people with those powers. And I love the fact that they're the two people that break canon, and all the other Peter Parkers are just there beside each other. Someone had a very funny joke that why Miguel is mad is because imagine being surrounded by 1,000 Peter Parkers every single day of your life. You would go fucking insane. I would also go mad.
You would. You really would. There's a bit where he's just like, he's looking at Hobie and he's just like, I can't even fucking deal with you right now.
It's like, they're all constantly just making the funniest, worst jokes you've ever heard in your life.
And then you have Peter B. Parker, who's like, knows the trauma of Miguel watching his daughter evaporate in front of his eyes, and Peter B is just like, look at these photos of my daughter who's here all the time and I love very much.
I mean, look, Jake Johnson is so perfect in that role. That casting is one of the greatest. I mean, Chris Pine you had as the perfect Spider-Man, but that casting as Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker is just out of this world. I don't even know what to do with it. Every scene he's in this movie he gets a lot less to do, but I understand that because the whole first movie is based on his relationship with Miles. The two of them are the main characters. And this is Miles trying to grow out from his father figure, whether that be his actual father or his Peter B. Parker.
But even like Peter B is like he had a kid because he wanted it to be like Miles, Like,
that's such a lovely scene in the middle of all the chase.
It's so sweet. And then, like, the betrayal Miles feels when the tracker goes off. Oh, it's fucking heartbreaking.
But you understand what he's like, I didn't want to do it. I don't care about the tracker. Like, I didn't turn the tracker on.
Yeah, this isn't me. I didn't do this.
He's genuinely, there's like a full minute where he's like, just hold the baby. And Miles is like, what? You're trying to chase me to kill, like, you want me to kill or to let my dad die? Like,
yeah.
And he's just, no, just hold the baby. You're the reason she exists. I really need you to hold the baby. Like, you are the sole reason that I am back here and happy in my life.
Yeah, and I like that. Like, he's not the same as he was in the first movie. He has actually grown and experienced change. He's back living with MJ.
But he's also together. Like, Miles is the reason for this.
Yeah.
And I love Miles. I love Miles like a son.
Yeah, and it's oh man, a lot of people I've seen have criticised specifically Gwen and Peter B for basically quote unquote betraying Miles. But I see where they're coming from, but I also feel those characters are in an impossible situation and they don't understand what's going on any better than anyone else.
I have
and in the end they do come back from.
My explanation for Gwen is very simple. She has literally nobody, right?
Yeah.
And she's now, like, she can't even go back to her own universe. This whole thing with the spider people accepting her, like, she's absolutely going to jump at that. Like, she just needs to feel that other people are like her, and she feels really lonely. And especially now that her dad betrayed her. Like, that is such a fucking great scene.
Oh
when
my
she
God.
reveals herself, and then he still keeps saying the thing.
He starts reading the rights. Like,
oh my God. And he doesn't have to say... There's nothing else that needs to be said. The minute the rights start being said again, you're just like, you fucking bastard. Like,
how could you do this?
And you can see the hurt in his face, and she's devastated. But you can understand why she immediately is like, I might not agree with this whole big thing, but these people understand me. At least I can kind of be at home here. Peter B. Parker, I could also see the fact that he went through a lot of shit, and maybe it makes him feel good that he's like, people need to go through that to become the better person that they are. So there could be a part of him that's like, I'm really happy now, but it's because I went through all that bad stuff. Maybe these canon things they make sense. Maybe it's just something that needs to happen.
Yeah, 100%. And like, he's now in a better place than he ever dreamed of. He's objectively the happiest Peter Parker at this point.
Oh, absolutely. And the scene with him and MJ, like, that with the crib is so great.
It's like, that's some of the best Spider-Man stuff, is where like, he's happy, he's made it, but he's still learning. And he's still like, but now he's learning from different people. And the comics will not let Peter Parker have that anymore. Like, I
would say, of the top 50 things we've ever seen of Spider-Man on screen, at least 20 of them are in this movie. Maybe 15.
And the other 35 are in the first movie.
I would say the other 15 are in the other movie, Into the Spider-Verse, and then you divide the other, 20 between the other movies.
Yeah, there's the Spider-Man 2 train, the Raimi one.
Pretty good.
There's Tom Holland saying, help me, like a small little boy while he's being crushed by a building.
Him crying over May. Fucking great.
The bit in Amazing Spider-Man when Uncle Ben dies and Flash comes up and to say sorry to Peter, and Peter's just like, not today, I'm not able for it.
Throughout this movie, I'm like, that's one of the best things I've ever seen. And then it would move on to the next scene. I was like, that's one of the best things I've ever seen. If I wanted to do a comic book, that's how I'd write these characters.
Yeah, there's such good characterization in all of it. If you look at the poster for this movie, the theory is that, like, because it's Miles upside down, there's a bunch of spider people behind him, but they're split. And I think over the left shoulder, they're all the people who are going to be against Miles, and then there's all the people that are going to be with Miles. Like, it's literally like Gwen, Peter B, Hobie, Spider-Noir, all that on one side, and then Miguel, Ben Reilly, Jessica Drew. Jessica Drew? Yeah, Jessica. Yeah. On the other shoulder. So that's cool. That's a cool little split between the spider people as well. No,
and like, that's going to come in, but then you also have the thing with the Spot. They're going to have to join together to defeat him. That has to be
how it ends. Like, they all learn. I like the idea that Miles teaches Spider people how to be better spider people.
Because he's the only one that's willing to like take the risk. Because he's the only one of him.
And he was a fan of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what being Spider-Man means to someone on a very personal level.
I absolutely adore the story point of the spider comes into his universe. That's the reason why his Spider-Man dies, saving him. And then in the other universe, he becomes the Prowler because there's no Spider-Man in that universe. And his dad dies because there's nobody there to help him.
Yeah, it's... the other thing about that is, if you go back to the first one, when we first see the spider, it's glitching because it's
in the wrong universe.
Like, they thought everything
and
through.
When his spider senses go off in the first one, they're divided. They're split up between the colours.
They're Prowler colours.
Exactly. So like, and also when he comes back to the different universe, he picks up the hoodie, and the hoodie's a different colour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the original hoodie is, I think, red at the top.
Yeah.
And the black coat. And then when he puts it on in the bedroom, it's a purple hoodie. And because he's the Prowler in this universe, of course he has a purple hoodie.
Yeah. And I love when he's trying to play it off as well to Uncle Aaron. And he's just like, oh yeah, it's I took the braids out. Oh yeah, it's usually 6 the guards change. And Aaron just sees through it fucking immediately. It's
great twist where Aaron taking out the arm and everything and like testing it and being like, oh, he's the Prowler, and then he fucks it over to the side. You're like, of course Miles is the Prowler in this. It's not Aaron.
But I also love our Miles is not afraid when he's...
No, and he knows that he's Spider-Man. He can fuck these people up if he wants to. He's about to get out of chains with his electric shock.
He tied Peter B. Parker to a punching bag in the first one.
Yeah.
And Peter B. said, look, okay, don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. And that's exactly what Miles is doing. He's about to break out of the chains and fucking wreck shop. How is it so good, Connor? How is it so good? Consistently.
I don't know. I don't think we've ever had a review where we're just like, this is perfect.
This is outstanding, boys.
Like, maybe people have faults with this, but as someone who loves Spider-Man, the character, and loves these Spider-Verse movies, I could not find fault. I genuinely couldn't. I mean, you could say it's a bit long, but I mean, it doesn't use up any scenes to like fill runtime. Every scene makes sense. Every scene adds on to the next scene. Everything is hanging a lantern on something else.
It all not a bit of this is wasted. There's nothing filler in this. The apparently as well for part 2, there's spider people still in reserve that we haven't seen yet.
Of course there aren't. So like, we've seen Insomniac Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was great. That was really cool.
That was pretty good. We seen PS1 Spider-Man.
We did.
That was really good.
Rad. We see Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, the 2D Spider-Man. So what did you think of the big Spider-Man chase, by the way? We actually haven't talked about the Spider-Man chase.
Just really good, isn't it? Like, it's just really, really, really good.
Yeah.
There's a great variety that we see. They all move and run in different ways, and it's fucking terrifying. Imagine.
Do you know that every Spider-Man in this has a different twip?
Really?
Has a different sounding twip, yeah.
That's insanity.
No, genuinely, Lord and Miller were doing an interview, and they have a different twip for every Spider-Man. Every single one.
I mean, it makes sense, but like, it's so... You would think unnecessary, but it's clearly like, no, it's there for a reason.
No, there's nothing unnecessary. I mean, if you're striving for perfection, then nothing is unnecessary, Sean.
True.
The thing.
Did you see there's the Spider-Man ice cream is in the background of one of the shots?
Oh, he's an ice cream.
There's you know the Spider-Man ice cream you get on holidays?
Yeah.
That's in it.
I think the pacing of this movie is incredible as well. Just to mention the pacing, like, it's 140 minutes. I could sit down and watch it again right now.
Yeah, happily watch it again. Man. We're getting to the point where...
stand out to you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I know, like, little things. The scene that was in the trailer at the start where he's talking about his plans for the future is just... That's a really nice, genuine scene. I like how Spider-Man...
actually, we
is
spent a
fucking
lot of this
wonderful.
review. There's so much action, and it all looks amazing. Like, the whole Spider-Man chase is amazing. Every Spider-Man is different. It's so unique. Every action scene in this movie is one of the greatest action scenes you'll ever see on cinema, animation or live action. It's just some of the greatest action you ever see. But it's the character moments that make the movie great, and it's the same with number one. It's the character moments that really stand out to you.
The spider bite stuff as well, where it's her and Miles are like friends from the start. They just get on well together, and she lets him go. She lets him go back to his universe, despite Miguel being a prick.
Miguel is just, he thinks he's in the right. He's like, if he goes back, he's going to destroy all the universes. But like, it's such a great ultimatum. Like, you have to let your dad die. Like, your dad just has to die, and that's fine.
And they were fully just going to keep him there as well until his dad died.
Until Hobie says, use your palms, not just your fingertips.
Oh, which is a callback.
Because
his friend. Oh, I love them all so fucking much. This is just like, I love Spider-Man. I can't stress that enough. Mm-hmm. And I'm so fortunate that these are the movies I get, and you like The Flash.
I think The Flash is meant to be good, though.
I don't want to watch it in any way, though.
No, Sean, I think we're feasting, because I actually love Batman, and I got the Batman last year.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So now you've got two Spider-Verse ones and No Way Home. Big whoop-de-doo. I got the Batman. So that's pretty good. And then I also got Justice League, Zack Snyder's cut.
Aren't you lucky?
So this one, by the way, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes in both sectors. Don't know who dropped it down those 3%, but they're clearly a bastard.
Go fix that right now.
I don't know who you are, but you're a bastard. I don't know what happened
2
in your
enjoyers,
life.
probably.
Who's watching this and go, you know what, that's a bit rotten, actually. That's
like, I can't imagine. I've not read a review of someone who didn't like it, at least.
I can understand if you weren't into Spider-Man, but even...
Why would you go and see it?
First of all. But secondly, I know people who aren't into Spider-Man that went to see this movie. For example, my fiance was there with me. She has no interest in comic books or Spider-Man, and she said that's the best movie she's ever seen.
It's just a good, well-made film. Like,
it's just real good.
It's just really good. Go see it if you haven't, and we haven't spoiled it enough already. If you haven't seen it, see it again.
1 million Weetabix out of 10.
Yeah, 10 million Weetabix out of
10
1.
10 million Weetabix out of...
So, proportionally, I give it more. I like it more than you.
I don't know where even... I mean, have we talked about everything? I feel like I could talk about this movie scene by scene and be like, that's amazing, and that's amazing.
We'd be
and
here
also
for 5 hours.
Amazing. Yeah, we could just do the whole movie if you want. We'll just do a live commentary of like...
Just a commentary track over it.
This is really good.
No, because it would be us shutting up and watching the film. It would be the worst commentary track of all time.
Sean, wait. This is a good bit here. Watch this bit.
If I'm to make one call for the next one, I think Spider-Man is going to be in it, which is a Peter
You've
Parker
talked about Spider-Man before, and he's just a man made of spiders.
Yep, he's going to show up. Now is the time. Imagine how good it would be to animate. You like punch and a lot of spiders fly out. It'd be good.
It's horrific. It truly is horrific as a character.
Oh, it's one of the worst things that they've ever done.
I think you go all out, and like, these people are so talented that I just think we start fucking with them. We just give them the worst characters ever made in Spider-Man lore, and just give it to them.
Oh man, some of them are already in there though. Like
but like, if you did like Stiltman or something like that, but like, they would make Stiltman fucking fantastic.
Big Wheel, give me Big Wheel.
They would kill Big Wheel. They would absolutely make him amazing.
He would look it would look like Speed Racer. It'd be class.
I just want every movie to be this good forever, and I know that can't be possible, but I mean, what can you do?
But it should be. We should strive to be better.
Sean, I'm going to finish off the review by saying Oscars are next year.
Yeah.
I know this is going to win Best Animated Movie. Okay,
has to. Sure.
I mean, it's 99.99% guaranteed to win it. The last one won the last one. Should this win Best Movie?
I think it should be nominated for Best Picture.
It would, because they don't respect animation for some unknown reason.
No. Studio Ghibli won Best Picture for Spirited Away.
Yeah.
1 year. But again, that's one animated
Yeah, but Spirited Away, you had to basically create the greatest animated movie of all time.
Are you saying, Conor, that they didn't just do that again?
I think they did. I think it's 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I think it probably has Best Original Score. It could be a couple of them as well.
Yeah.
There's just... I don't know.
Although the Batman didn't get nominated for Best Picture, so I mean, what does it all mean? What does it all mean?
Oscars is a lot of
Did Dune get nominated for Best Picture?
Dune did get nominated, I think.
Okay, that's good. Good.
I think so. I can't remember.
I don't know. The Oscars don't mean anything. I'm just genuinely thinking of, like, people should respect animation. It's honestly, so good.
Just respect animation, respect animators, respect everyone.
My life is better for having seen this movie, and I've never finished a review like that, Sean, but I think we're going to finish this review with our lives are better. I'm going to speak for you.
Yeah, say, no, genuinely.
This was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah, I can't. I'm looking forward to the next one. I think it might
be my top 5 movies ever.
I think so it's the Batman, this, Real Steel, Incredibles.
Real Steel.
And then My Cousin Vinny.
Actually, My Cousin Vinny's a fucking banger. Do you want to take us out, Sean?
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Spider-Verse Review. We will be back on Wednesday with Weird News Wednesday, Friday with Hero or Zero, and then more stuff coming out everywhere all the time. It's really, really good. Big thank you to everyone over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. If you want to check us out over there, we do movie reviews like this all of the time. There's a whole bunch of them. There's maybe 100 or something at this point. Who can say? Yeah. But it is just a really fun time. Everyone's really nice over there and it helps us keep the show going. So big shout outs go to Róisín the Wife Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer Enthusiast Evanson, Waffles loves you and is hoping you have a good day, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus Forever Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Luke Darth, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Buster, Ed Ball, Lorraine and Conor have swapped the order of their names to purposefully bamboozle Seán, Russ still nodding along sagely at Sean's pollen-fueled, rage-filled "you're a cunt" aimed at the child farmer Parfitt. Makes no sense if you haven't listened to Weird News, but I was riddled with hay fever and a man was literally harvesting his child's blood. So I feel that was justified.
With no context, that's amazing.
It's so good. Thank you also to Jackson Brueheim. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and Tipsley subscribed to the Patreon, and Ciara Lawler. Thank you very, very, very much for the continued support. If you want to join us over there, please do. There's also a merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Dibbleman's Discussion Group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Conor.
I think so. So this movie was okay. My name is Ciara Lawler.
My name is Sean.
And we shall see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.